Okay guys, we are going to review the X method of factoring trinomials. So the first one we're going to look at is 6x squared plus 5x plus 1. Okay, so I'm going to draw my x, and I'm going to look for two numbers that multiply to give me 6 times positive 1 or 6, and that add to give me 5. Okay, now the two numbers that I multiply to get 6 and add to get 5 are going to be 2 and 3. Okay, then the next step in the process is to divide by the number in front of x squared. So the number in front of x squared is going to be 6. So reduce both of these fractions if possible. 2 divided by 6 is 1/3. 3 divided by 6 is 1/2. Now, when you see trinomials factored into two binomials, you rarely see fractions in those factors. So we're going to have to do bottoms up. The bottom of the fraction, the 3, goes up in front of the x, and the numerator of the fraction is your second term. So 1/3 becomes 3x plus 1, and then 1/2 becomes the bottom of the fraction goes up in front of the x, 2x plus 1. And if I were to multiply that out, I would end up with what I began with, the 6x squared plus 5x plus 1. Okay, now we have 9x squared minus 9x plus 2. Okay, I'm looking for two numbers that I multiply to get 9 times positive 2 or positive 18, and that I add to get negative 9. Okay, to have two numbers that give me a positive product but a negative sum. Positive product is either positive times positive or negative times negative. They're both going to have to be negative because negative plus negative is negative. So the two negative numbers I multiply to get 18 and add to get negative 9 are negative 6 and negative 3. Now I'm going to take both of these numbers, 6 and 3, and I'm going to divide by the number in front of x squared. So that number in front of x squared is 9. Okay, reduce these fractions if possible. Negative 6 over 9 reduces to negative 2 over 3, and negative 3 over 9 reduces to negative 1 over 3. Okay, now you're going to do your bottoms up again. The bottom of the fraction goes up in front of the x. So this becomes 3x, and then minus 2, because that's negative 2, times 3x minus 1. Okay. Yikes. What do we do? That looks really weird, doesn't it? Okay, but we can use substitution to make this a simpler problem. Let's let u equal 2x plus 1. I'm letting u equal the argument, or what is inside the parentheses, the argument of the parentheses. So this becomes 3u squared plus 22u minus 16. Oh, now I know what to do there. We're just going to do the x method. I need two numbers that multiply to give me 3 times negative 16 or negative 48, and then add to give me positive 22. Now, to have a negative product, one number's got to be positive and one number has to be negative. So the two numbers that I multiply to get negative 48 and add to get positive 22 are going to be positive 24 and negative 2. Now, I'm going to divide both of these numbers by the number in front of the u squared, which is 3. So I'm going to divide by 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8, and negative 2 divided by 3 does not reduce. Okay, now, the 8 is no longer a fraction, so this is just going to be u plus 8, and this negative 2/3 we bottoms up is going to be 3u minus 2. But be careful. The original problem is not in terms of u, the problem's in terms of x. So where I have u, I am now going to replace that with 2x plus 1. So this is going to be 2x plus 1 plus 8 times 3 times 2x plus 1 minus 2. Okay, now we are just going to simplify. 2x plus 1 plus 8, 2x plus 9. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times 1 is 3. So this is going to be 6x, and then 3 minus 2 is 1. So 2x plus 9 times 6x plus 1. And that's our answer. Okay, let's look at one more of these substitution type problems. Okay, we're going to have 6 times x minus 3 squared plus 7 times x minus 3 minus 24. Okay, again, yikes, don't like those parentheses, so I'm just going to let u equal x minus 3. I'm just letting u be the argument of the parentheses, what's inside the parentheses. So then this becomes 6u squared plus 7u minus 24. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to give me 6 times 24, what is that? 4, 2, negative 144, and then add to give me 7. And guys, I have absolutely no idea what those two numbers are. So I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to write down a list of factors. So I'm going to have 1 and 144. Well, I know that's not going to be it. 2 and 72. 3 and 144 divided by 3 is going to be 4. I'm going to cheat. Let me get my phone. So 144 divided by 3 and 48. I knew that. So then that's going to be 4 and 36. 144 is not divisible by 5. It is divisible by 6. 6 and 24. It's not divisible by 7. I think it's divisible by 8. 144 divided by 8. It's going to be 8 and 18. 144 is divisible by 9. 9 and 16, those are the numbers, but not by 10, not by 11, and then notice how we've reached, and we would go backwards. So those are all the factors of 144. Okay, now the two numbers that multiply to give me negative 144 and add to give me 7 are going to be negative 9 and positive 16. I'm going to divide both of those by 6. Negative 9 divided by 6 is negative 3 over 2. 16 divided by 6 is 8 over 3. So this is going to be 2u minus 3 times, 3u plus 8. Bottoms up. The bottom goes up in front of the u. The numerator is the second term of the binomial. Bottom up in front of the u, numerator second term. Okay, now, but remember, this problem was in terms of x, and we've got u. So now we're going to have to go back and replace u with x minus 3. So this is going to be 2 times x minus 3 times 3 times x minus 3 plus 8, which is going to be 2x minus 6 minus 3, or 2x minus 9. 3x minus 9 plus 8 is 3x minus 1. And there's our answer.